Viewers, I have a question. Can a one-man engine of destruction prevent mankind's extinction? Professor Plum and his designs for the dreaded death-dealing doomsday device, Dead End, are in the clutches of the diabolical Lawbreakers, a sinister society dedicated to the destruction of mankind. It's only a matter of time before the Dead End device is assembled and the final countdown for global Armageddon begins. As Sergeant Billy Big Bang Blitz, the youngest and gutsiest commando of the Special Assault Brigade for Real Emergencies, or Saber, your mission is to foil the Lawbreakers' insidious plot. To accomplish your mission, you must find the shortest route to the summit of Demonhead Mountain, where the poor professor is being held prisoner. Rescue the professor and you save the world from total destruction. But should you fail... So, viewers, we're looking at Clash at Demonhead by Vic Tokai, released in January of 1990. Very well received, which makes sense and doesn't at the same time. It's a very open-ended platformer. You could call it a Metroidvania if you're the kind of person who likes to use dirty, filthy language like that. We take control of Billy. He's capable of running, jumping, and shooting. He is armed with the handgun, though he can get different upgrades from shops such as the boomerang gun. He gains the ability later to perform various powers by collecting force, including shrinking, teleportation, flight, healing, and invincibility. The game is basically set up in a number of small stages, which are anywhere from 2 to 3 screens long. Usually, some are longer. Each one is represented by a point on the world map. There are over 40 different routes you can take in this game, and you must explore the world to progress. The game is non-linear in that we can choose whichever way we want to go and are allowed to backtrack through stages to get out. Billy, being a member of Saber, is contacted during a vacation at the beach with his girlfriend Mary to save Professor Plum, who created the Doomsday Bomb, which is capable of destroying the world. Bang soon encounters Tom Guycott, the mastermind behind the abduction, in a very, very nice and informative talking time scene. He learns that the bomb is controlled by 7 medallions, which have been distributed among the governors of Demonhead. On his journey, we encounter Michael, who claims to be Bang's ally and tells him about a grieving sprite. So we meet the sprite, and we learn about a hermit, and then we get some stuff, and then we have to find medallions, and then we experience strange mental discomfort. That's what it says. Strange mental discomfort. Clash at Demonhead. Doesn't make me happy that it was used very blatantly in the Scott Pilgrim lore. The name of the band in the Scott Pilgrim comic book is called The Clash at Demonhead, and it appears in the film adaptation of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and the game that was based on that. The band's drummer is Lynette Guycott, and a character resembling Bang appears in the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World game. Like I said, this game very well received. Again, not really sure why. The story is pretty ho-hum. The platforming sections, the action sections, pretty ho-hum. It's neat that it's open world, so you can kind of, well, open world to the sense that you can kind of pick your own routes and paths. But Billy Big Bang Blitz kind of controls almost like Mike from Star Tropics sometimes. He builds up momentum and sometimes can't stop right away. And you will be walking along, try and stop, get hit by an enemy, and then once the initial from the hit is over, you will take a couple more steps. Getting him to climb the certain walls that he can climb can be a bit tricky sometimes. The gun, for the most part, is kind of useless. A lot of enemies take multiple hits, but it's very hard to hit them with their movement patterns. It's a hard game. It's fun. I would need to spend a lot more time with it than I have, and I've probably made it more than halfway through this game. And, you know, I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what it is. Usually I like games like this. This one I'm not feeling. Of course, it could be the horrible North American cover art that has something to do with it.